don't really like Jack in the Box. Like Jack in the Box I used to eat in college after I've been out on Sixth Street. It's not that good. You like Jack in the Box?
Fucking love Jack in the Box. I feel like, man, Jack in the Box and Taco BZ, like they neck and
Disrespectful.
neck for number one, bro.
Power rankings are all screwed up. They need to be readjusted.
Let's, you know what? We're gonna see whose power rankings need to be adjusted when we get into this bottom five shit, bro.
Yeah. All right, first of all, so we mutually decided that we are done with the songs and we need to decide. So at first we were like, this was like 20 episodes. Welcome to episode 20. This was like, ooh, we made it. Look at this. That's a lot, actually. So I'm proud of us for that. But we had like talked about, or I said, like, we're gonna like make a compilation of all of them and you get to choose which one's the best. And like, I think it's gonna be hard because nobody told us storage was gonna be a pain in the ass with this. I don't have a friggin' master computer that has all this stuff. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. And I don't know if I like any of them. I like the "I'm not bad, how do you like it,
You're
honey?"
not letting that one go.
It's always stuck in my head. So maybe we just do that one. We should like hire a professional singer. I mean, you're pretty good, but we could hire like a professional singer to do it for real. And I say hire, I mean if anybody can sing and they want to do it for free, because we ain't got enough money. But this is a show of segments. I am your one of your hosts, Joey.
I'm Corinne.
Corinne, it was so good to see you in person for the first time in 12, 13, 14, 15 years, whatever it was. We have yet to decide, but it was good to see
However
you.
long, however long it's been.
I think I gotta take this time. First of all, I didn't realize there's a Red Roof Inn like a couple like probably like 10 minutes away. I might just go stay there a night just
Bro,
like relive the good times.
that's your fucking spot. And you know what? I want to get you that sponsorship. I want Red Roofing to personally reach out to you and say, you know what? You have amplified our our hotel to the whole five people that watch your shit. We're gonna give you a coupon.
I think I posted today in our TikTok hashtag Red Roof Inn. All I want in this life, I told you, is to get a sponsorship from Red Roof Inn, and then one day when my kids are older, to be on The Amazing Race. And I'll be like, me and my dad watch this show our whole life. Those are the only things I care about. I'm gonna keep plugging that until it comes true. We're gonna start with our bottom five segment. Bottom five is where we do the thing where instead of ranking our top five of a given category, we do our bottom five. And this week we are doing bottom five professional athletes. Now this could be interpreted a lot of ways, not necessarily like the shittiest ones. It's ones that just like piss us off, whether it's somebody who played on one of our teams, somebody who played against us that maybe made our teams fall from grace, whatever the case may be. That rhyme, grace and case. And you know what, Corinne? I don't know who went first last time, but the gentleman in me is going to say that you should go first. So I'll let you get into your bottom five.
Before you start the timer, I want to make a disclaimer that yes, this is my bottom five. I went more like personal
Same.
as far as like
Yeah.
out off the field. But I want to make a disclaimer that there was a mountain of trash to dig through, and the ones that made my list, I had to be selective at some point, and because one made my list and other ones didn't, I don't want anybody to think that I'm condoning anything or that this is actually ranked as far as these people in real life. Fuck all of them, they're all trash. I just wanted to make, and half of them are self-explanatory, but I'll get it.
It's a
All
long
right,
disclaimer.
give me the fucking,
The
give
fine
me
print
the
at the bottom in very small type. Go ahead.
like, fuck all these people, but here's the five that I could come up with. All right, let's hear it. Number five, bottom of the totem pole. I'm just starting with basic ass Mason Rudolph. Shitty ass backup quarterback. He's an even shittier fucking main quarterback. This fucking guy recently was spotted at a Trump rally. So his politics are also as shitty as his fucking skills are. I 100% support Myles Garrett beating the shit out of him with his own fucking helmet. Can't wait to see him do that again this season. That's number five. Number four, I'm going to Ryan Garcia. This is a quote unquote Latino for Trump. And if that wasn't bad enough, he just forfeited his, I don't know if this was his most recent match, but he just forfeited because he tested positive for PEDs. If you're not into sports lingo, that's performance enhancing drugs. Everybody in the community is trying to minimize it, whatever. He tested positive, and he's also a fucking race traitor. Pick a fucking struggle, you fucking loser. That's number four. Number three. Now we're getting into some real shit. I'm just going to say the fucking name, Deshaun Watson. Fuck this guy. He's got sexual misconduct allegations from over 20 women for sexually harassing them during massages. But karma came back on his ass because he's pretty much been benched for the last 2 years. And it actually wasn't because of his fucking misconduct. It's because of injuries. Fucked up his shoulder, tore his Achilles, et cetera, et cetera. Now he's deep as fuck on the Browns quarterback bench. That gets me into number two. Caitlyn, formerly Bruce Jenner. This bitch transitioned into a woman, okay with me, but then she also transitioned into being fucking transphobic. I don't know how the fuck that makes sense, you stupid bitch, but she's going to get every fucking thing that's coming to her stupid ass when this administration turns the knives on her. Wrap that up quick, and I'm glad I got a couple of extra seconds for number fucking one. A period, B period. Antonio fucking Brown, former
That's the
wide receiver,
guy.
former wide receivers for my fucking team. And on top of the prima donna fucking temper tantrums, let's get into the other shit on his fucking rap sheet. We've got destruction of property, faking his vaccine card during the COVID shit. We've got sexual allegations, sexual misconduct allegations out the fucking wazoo. We've got threatening and intimidating the witnesses from said allegations. And we also currently have a warrant out for his arrest for attempted murder with a gun. Take this fucking guy out back and put him down like old Yeller and anybody still in a fucking Antonio Brown jersey. That's my bottom fucking five. Woo,
We took
crowd
a
cheers.
very different approach to this exercise. I think that's why I kind of like this segment. First of all, a couple of things. Um, one, I don't, number five, Mason Rudolph. I mean, I'm not surprised about the
Low
Trump.
hanging fruit, just a
I'm,
little hanging
well, I
fruit.
mean, I'm not surprised that he's a Trump supporter. Like, I don't know. So he just screams it. And then number four was whatever you said, Deshaun Watson at some point. I was so sad because at the time the Texans were a mess. So for people who don't know, I don't know if I've ever like said really. So I was raised a 49ers fan. My family's from Northern California, but we grew up in Houston. So I watched the Texans lose every Sunday for years of my life. So it's like Niners and Texans are like I break the rule. I have two football teams. It was the Niners and Texans. I was so sad because the Texans were in shambles. And this is when Deshaun was like really promising and good. He wanted to get out. And I was
Playing
like, you know what,
really
good for you,
fucking
Deshaun,
good.
and then all this stuff came out. I was like, thank God, get this guy out of here. And the Browns, they don't care because they're such a shitty franchise. Like, you're a terrible person. Let's guarantee you a shitload of money. Now, what you didn't even mention, he just sucks at football. Not only does he get hurt, he also sucks. And his girlfriend just married him, even amongst those allegations. So if you're telling me it's not about the money, maybe you lying. Ryan Garcia, I think he is either on crack or he has CTE. Like, I'm serious. He used to be so normal, and all of a sudden he just like, I don't know if he's like smoking bath salts or what, but he just turned really weird out of nowhere. I don't know what his deal is. I didn't know about the Chris Jenner stuff. No idea. But you
Caitlin,
have
Caitlin, not Chris. Caitlin.
sorry. Wait, who's Chris? Oh, that's the mom.
That's the
Uh,
mom, yeah.
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner. I had no idea about any of that. And then number one, Antonio Brown. I didn't know about the attempted murder thing. He also does like the CTE ESPN thing. Like this dude, like I think that he really does have brain damage. Like I think there's something really wrong with him. I'm not saying I'm not condoning any stuff he's doing, but I think he's literally he like makes jokes about it. I think he's literally just not all the way there.
He seriously has brain damage. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, maybe I would excuse this if all his bad behavior was after the NFL, but he was being crazy.
Yeah.
He was being crazy even when he was playing for us. Tomlin just knew how to wrangle him, but no, yeah, that the warrant out for his arrest happened like within the last 2 weeks. So if you're not like in Steelers news, obviously you're not really paying attention. I'm getting the updates still, so that's very recent. He currently has a warrant in Miami for attempted murder with like
That shit in when it was the Oakland Raiders still, I believe, when he was gonna play for them was such a hot mess too. But
5 minutes. He lasted 5 minutes in fucking Oakland.
he's like, man, Derek Carr can't throw this bitch. Let me just get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna get into my
Here,
bottom five,
let's hear who you got.
and like I said, I took a much different, less serious approach. I mean, serious on my emotional heartstrings, but not serious in terms of committing crimes. Number five, I'm going with Vince Young, and you might be like, Joey, University of Texas alumni. Why would you ever pick the greatest quarterback in the University of Texas history? Because at the time, Karrin, this is how you know sports hate me. I was not a UT fan at the time. I was rooting for USC in that national championship game in 2006. I bet $20 to $40 on that game. I don't remember which one it was. I don't think I had $40, but I lost. Vince Young did that. The only time in my life I haven't rooted for UT. And guess what? They haven't won a national championship since. They've been in shambles. Texans had a chance to draft him, was super jazzed about that. They went with Mario Williams. Decent career, not a great player, though. I really wish we would have had him. And Vince Young, poor timing, pal. Number four, I'm going Jimmy Smith, former cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens, because in the Super Bowl against the 49ers, I almost cried tears of joy when the Niners made the Super Bowl for the first time in my football watching life. This was like 2012. I called my grandma. It was a very emotional moment for me. Fourth and goal near the end of the game. Niners down five, I believe it was. Colin Kaepernick throws a fade route to Michael Crabtree. Jimmy Smith definitely holds him, does not get called. Essentially, game over after that. First heartbreak of my football watching career, like major heartbreak. Um, Number three, I'm going Marcel Darius. I had to look up who did this play, but his big ass was the one that hurt Colt McCoy on the first play or the fifth play of the national championship game. I was a freshman in college, riding high. I was like, UT football, we're going to be great forever. Freshman year, we go to the national championship, fifth play of the game, Colt McCoy gets hurt. And then Garrett Gilbert, who's supposed to be the next big thing, comes in. And then we're just a travesty, and we don't play any relevant games for the next 13 years. It's been a long, windy slope, slippery at that, and I'll blame Marcel Darius for that. Number two, I'm going Patrick Mahomes. Your wife sucks. 2020, when he was about to win his first Super Bowl, the Texans had a 24-0 lead on him in the playoffs. They blew that. He came back and beat them 51-31. Then he beats the Niners in the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter comeback. And then the Niners make it to a Super Bowl a couple years later, and he beats them again. Patrick Mahomes, I don't hate you for being a person, but I hate you for being a football player, and I still think you are a Trump supporter, which is pretty fucking whack. Number one, I'm going Draymond Green. The Golden State Warriors have eliminated the Houston Rockets five times. I think Draymond Green is probably a solid person in real life. I enjoy him as a podcaster and as a person, but in terms of people I hate for playing on another team, he's like in number one first team players that you hate if he's not on your team. He poked James Harden in the eye. He poked my goat LeBron in the eye. He kicked Steven Adams in the balls multiple times. I'm not going to go Steph Curry, even though he was a bigger part of eliminating the Rockets because he helped the USA win a gold last year, and that's the only time I'm patriotic is during the Olympics. I'm not going to pick Clay because he's dating Meg Thee Stallion, and he wasn't on that last team that eliminated the Rockets last year. So Draymond, you're the low-hanging fruit. You also slapped Fred VanVleet in the face in the last playoff series. Seemed like a decent guy out of the court, but God damn it, I'm so sick of you on the court. Retire, please. Number one, Draymond Green.
First of all, I love USC, so I probably would have been rooting for them in that game as well. Second of all, Mahomes is your mortal enemy.
I didn't realize I had forgotten. So like I was telling somebody the other day, I think like
Bro, he beat the Texans in the playoffs, then
24-0.
went on to beat the Niners in the Super Bowl.
Time out. Let me tell you something real quick. I just remember thinking to myself watching this Texans game, what if both of my teams make it to the Super Bowl? What am I going to do? And then they proceed to blow that lead.
And Patrick Mahomes said, "Bitch, you fucking thought."
You thought? No, it was the worst thing that's ever happened.
Damn, to
But
go 2-0. And I mean, I know that the Niners lost again, but bro, back to back.
and the thing is, like, something about like I think it's literally having kids or something, or maybe I'm just getting old and I have dementia. But like I used to like have vivid memories of all sporting events, and that's kind of like started to fall off a little bit. I think I'm replacing it with core memories of my children. So like I can't recall sports like moments as much, which is a good thing because it used to torture my soul. But like, yeah, I had to look it up today. I was like, damn, I didn't really remember that was the same playoffs. That was terrible.
Yeah, we definitely took different approaches to this.
Yeah, I had a lot of heartbreak in my sports watching career. Only team that's won a championship while I've been watching and been a fan because UT became a fan afterwards is the Astros.
That's
So
true. And they're known
nevertheless,
for being cheaters, but I'm
that
not
was
gonna
one time. Relax.
I'm
All
not
right.
I'm not gonna get into it.
Well, that wraps up our bottom five. Now we're going to go into the next segment. And this week we are doing the test of time. Test of time is when we go over something that used to rule back in the day to see if it in fact still rules. And this week we did an album again, and we did It's Britney Bitch. We did dot 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 Baby One More Time, the album from 1999. Corinne, were you familiar with this album?
Not familiar with the album, just a couple of the songs off of it. But as a whole, like I wasn't on Britney like that back in the day.
But she was so popping back then that we thought it would be like relevant to do. And I guess I will go first in this segment. What we typically do is we do we just give overall thoughts, give our number of skips, our favorite song, our least favorite song, and then a 5-star rating. So I will start.
Let's hear it. How you feel
First of
about it?
all, this album, I told you this is we've talked about this before. It's like a homework assignment. And I think I was like in a bad mood yesterday, or I just was so behind on podcasts from my trip that I just really wanted to listen to them because I was listening to it with such a negative lens. Because I listened to it again today and I liked it a lot better today than I did the previous day. Um, she looks like she's like 12 on the album cover. I'm like, how old are you, girl? Because this is like really old. She's only talking about like getting her heart broken and stuff. I'm like, all right, relax, dude. This is like early on in your life. You haven't experienced anything real yet. Again, this is from 1999. A couple of things. The three biggest bangers, you got Hit Me Baby One More Time, and then you have You Drive Me Crazy, or just Crazy, whatever it's called, and then you have Sometimes. Those are the first three songs. Terrible track listing, in my humble opinion. Like those are like the three biggest songs from the album, to my knowledge. Those are the ones I remember, and all of them are front loaded at the beginning. So I think that's why I was such a negative lens yesterday. I was like, damn, I have nothing to look forward to. The three best songs are already gone. Like you got to sandwich some shits in somewhere, or decide like, just like lay this out a little differently. There was a handful of songs that were like just really like I kind of felt indifferent about, but the more I listened to them, I kind of liked. So there's a third category I'm adding for this. I'm adding meh as a category. So not necessarily something I'd guarantee to skip, but ones I'm just not crazy about. In terms of skips, the first one I'm gonna do is Soda Pop. This is the fourth song, the first one after the big three. All of a sudden, there's like this reggae hook to it. I'm like, where the hell is this shit coming from? This is so random. I wasn't feeling it. It just came out of nowhere. And then my other skip is The Beat Goes On. So The Beat Goes On just came on. I was like, I feel like I heard this beat on like a commercial or something recently. I heard it somewhere, but the song sucked. Um, in terms of meh, I Will Still Love You could have been the best song on the album. It literally could have been the best song. JT was right there. You were in House of Mouse together. You were dating, I don't know at what point. You should have got a better feature artist because the song fucking ruled. But this dude, Don Phillip, didn't know who the hell he was. His feature fucking sucks. I hated it. The song was great, but he blows. Poor choice. Thinking About You was also meh. And then my favorite song, I'm gonna go with I'll Never Stop Loving You was creeping up the list. I like that one, but sometimes my favorite, I think. I like Hit Me Baby One More Time or One More Time, but sometimes it's just a banger. I've been thinking about it all day, and I've just been playing it a few times. Deep in My Heart, Real Deal 90s song. Like that was the most 90s song ever. It came on, had a little peppy dancing thing, and I was like, I'm feeling this. And then one more thing is Autumn Goodbye really grew on me. That was almost on my skip list, and I listened to it more times. I was like, ooh, actually, maybe this might be top five for me. I like this one. Overall, like I said, I'm indifferent towards a lot of these songs. Some of them are really good, but will I actively play this album again? It's not like Chicken and Beer. I was randomly thinking about some Spice Girl songs earlier, so even that Spice Girl CD might be one I spin later. This one probably not, but overall, not that many bad songs. I'll give it a 3.5.
Wow. Wow. Who knew that our taste would be the fucking same when it came to this?
We're pretty similar in music, I feel like. I feel like
Every
we always have.
we Yeah, we actually do. All
You want
right.
to play this?
Can you, let's do
The
all
timer,
right.
not play the album. We can do that
Yeah,
later.
give me the fucking timer. So just how like you were like she looked 12 on this. I was like, how old is she when she's singing this? I looked it up. She's 18. So like it, and even with that, I'll get into that in a second. First of all, starts off on fucking fire. Hit Me Baby One More Time. Iconic. Doom doom doom. Oh, like what fucking song. Banger, never to be slept on. Number two, You Drive Me Crazy. Obviously, like I know this song. I haven't ever really like listened to it. this song to me is like the embodiment of having a crush. And I was listening to it and I was like, fuck, this is so good. Like, you got me up all night. I'm in too deep. Like, I can't stop thinking about you. Like, you see me and my heart's racing. I was like, this is fucking good. Like, this is the perfect, like, pop summer love. Like, I have a crush on somebody. That's what this song is. I loved it so much. When you FaceTime me earlier to go over quick news, I was singing it. Don't know if you caught it. Loved it that much. Okay, let's get into Soda Pop because I don't know if there was a video for this. I didn't look it up, but if there is, she would get canceled right now for the video to Soda Pop. It's cultural appropriation
She's
and
got
it's
braids in the
fucking
video for sure.
fucking bad. We're not giving you a pass for that. You're not Gwen Stefani. Sorry, babe. It was so fucking terrible. I will still love you. Fucking banger, just like you said. I was talking about I remember the email My Heart, and I was like, this is a crazy song. But going back to her being 18, I was listening to fuck, which song was it? Oh, I Was Born to Make You Happy. And I was like, how old is she singing this? And I was like, eight. I was like, what fucking 18-year-old boy had you feeling like I was born to make you this is completely inappropriate and way too fucking much. All right, let me get into favorite song. I gotta go with either Drive Me Crazy or I Will Still Love You. I Will Still Love You fucking goes, bro. It was really fucking good. Least fave, Soda Pop, or The Beat Goes On.
Same.
I really wish the beat would not go on. And the place that you heard it was Austin Powers, The Spy Who Fucking Shagged Me, because that's where that song belongs. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 3.5, 3 out of 5. Not really a lot of replay value, so I'm there with you. Skippable, I was like maybe 3. Definitely the beat goes on, and fucking Soda Pop. Probably like one more in there that was just mid. Like there was just a couple of mid ones. The autumn one, that autumn goodbye, that one was better too on like the second list. I was like, damn, this actually is kind of fire. But yeah, so that's my review. But we were like the same.
We hung out one time and we rubbed off on each other because we're usually like fairly similar, but this is almost identical. This is
That's
almost identical.
crazy, bro. That's really fucking crazy.
There's one too. I got all these song names confused. For some reason, I couldn't get these song names straight. Like I really struggled. I had to like go through this like 30 times to make sure I
They were
wasn't.
like all similar. So
One song is like very Celine Dion-ish, but yeah, that one you said, what was it? I Was Born to Make You Happy. That one's a banger too, though. But yeah.
that one was a meh for me. That one was like you said, like the man, the skippables, like that one was like, I was like, okay, that one, but the autumn goodbye one really was really good. Did you listen to like the
Oh, we didn't mention that. I know what you're about to say.
DJ mixes at the bottom?
Oh yeah. So first of all, this song is 16 songs. They do two remixes to Baby One More Time at the end. I did not listen to them shits. I heard it was like dubstep, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Okay, I started the first one and I was like, wow, this is really fucking bad. And I was like, let me give it a chance. And it got fucking worse. And then I was like, yuck. And then I went to the second one and then I was like, had my finger on the skip button, but I was like, I'm gonna give it a second. And the second one actually wasn't as bad as the first one. I was like, okay, this one, I'll let it ride.
But the first one's already good. Don't remix the song. And why do we have two of them? And this is the deluxe edition, so maybe this came out years later. Maybe this wasn't on the.
Probably did. It definitely did actually.
That Don Phillip feature pissed me off. I don't know who Don Phillip is. I had to Google that. I was like, is he like a singer from a band? Because that song literally could have been the best song on the album. Something about his voice. He's not a bad singer. Like this is coming from somebody who has no vocal talent. Something about his voice just really pissed me off. And I was like, dog, this song could be so good. Where's JT? They might have been dating at this time. They were in the Michael Mouse Club together. All right, that wraps up.
Don't you ever call Mickey Mouse Michael Mouse?
That's from Borat. Michael Mouse. Now we're going to move on to our Boomer Moment of the Week. Boomer Moment of the Week just gives us a chance to complain about something that's pissed us off. We get a minute for this segment. Karrin, I'll let you go first.
All right, let me tell you, and I'm gonna try to make this as succinct as possible. You ever watch it's all of these TV shows and these movies? I hate it when they fucking have women doing the most impractical things in heels. Every FBI agent, every detective, every fucking housewife, every time you see them, they're in fucking heels. This episode of the show that I was watching, the housewife woke up from a nap, and then the next scene, she was downstairs in the kitchen cooking, wearing heels. When women go to the club in heels, they don't even wear the heels in the car. They've got slides on and their heels are in the passenger seat. They put their fucking shoes on in the parking lot. They sit in the club. And then as soon as they get in the car, they take them back off. That's how bad heels are on women's feet. They're not walking around in the house in them. They're not chasing down bad guys in fucking heels. I want everybody to stop the heel propaganda.
All of them are listening to Stilettos by Cry Mob before they get ready for work.
They have to. They gotta hype themselves up.
All right, so first of all, I'm not above it. I'm just gonna say I've never met women with as big a feet as me, so I've never tried on heels before because I'm definitely a person that would try to be funny and try to put some on, and it probably wouldn't be funny, but I'd do anything for a laugh because I'm like for attention. But no, never worn heels, but they look uncomfortable as shit. And just a random one-off. Love Island, they wear like bikinis and like heels like all day. I'm like, dog, okay, like what?
Very, I don't watch Love Island, so I didn't even see that. But oh my god, that would have pissed me the fuck
I don't
off.
think they all do, but they're all right, Miss America. And then the other thing is like you talk about like girls taking them out in the car. Girl, I done seen so many people walking bare feet in the streets, and I'm talking like piss-filled streets, like a sixth street,
Look,
just walking barefoot.
look, Queen, I empathize. But if you wear them motherfuckers, you gotta
Wear them
make it
shits.
to the car. You gotta make it to the car, sister. I'm sorry. But if I see you at the bar at the club and them motherfuckers are in your hand, I hate to tell you. I hate to fucking tell you. That's nasty, sister.
It is nasty. All right, I'm gonna get into mine. So I feel like a lot of mine are travel related. I saw you in the middle of a vacation. So I haven't taken United Airlines in a while. Like I usually just typically go on like Expedia and get whatever flight's the cheapest besides Spirit. They fucked me over too many times, so I don't fuck with Spirit. But like, so I got United. United, I flew to Houston recently. Both of my flights were delayed, like serious delays, and some of it was weather, but United also just blows. So we have to buy a ticket for my 2-year-old now, which
Damn.
sucks. But you know, it's a ticket for us three, and then the baby sits on the lap, right? Tell me why, like, I don't remember if it was all of our seats or like, I think it was all of our seats were in separate rows. I'm like, dog, first of all, when I'm approaching anybody with a baby, they don't want to sit by us. So why don't you sit the three of us together? The four of us together. Nobody wants to sit by a random kid. Nobody, like, you get this look of fear and disgust every time you're walking with your kid and you're about to sit by somebody. Let's save everybody the awkward moment and save me, like, the weird shame that I shouldn't feel for sitting next to somebody with my kid. And let's just put us all together. Southwest, they board families together. Guess what? That makes fucking sense. Southwest, they have a fucking brain. United, what are we doing? We're just going to sit a 2-year-old in the row by yourself. And then, oh, yeah. Oh, we also have a 2-year-old maybe with one of you, but then the baby and somebody else just like, how does that make any sense? Was some stranger gonna help us babysit? Like, be real for a second. Like that shit is so dumb. Piss me off. And the thing is too, it's like, yo, like kids cry and shit too. And my kids are pretty good about like not crying and stuff like that. They've been pretty golden on flights compared to other kids. But like a lot of times these are like early travel days. So I'm waking my kid up on little sleep and it's a marathon of a day. I'm going across the country and you got these kids sitting with some strangers. Like, dude, is this easy? It's three people who need a seat. Put us all together, save people the pain and the suffering. So my girl can watch Peppa Pig on my phone and then the
And
baby can be
be
passed
quiet and
along.
not bother anybody for the rest.
Yeah, passed along like food at
Like
Thanksgiving.
help me help you, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even just for me, it's for everybody else. Like I'm trying to be considerate. All right, and that wraps up Boomer Moment of the Week. Now we're gonna get into quick news. Quick news is now when we do a fantastic four topics that are currently, news relevant in the news. I don't know. I'm trying to go with this, but four news topics that range in variety. We used to do five, and we used to go way over in time. Speaking of that, we've got 32 and a half minutes left. Or 32. We've done 32 and a half minutes. That's good mental math on my part. We have 7.5 minutes left. No, let me talk more about math for a second. Do you know if
No,
you
no, 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 no.
oh,
Get
sorry.
into quick news.
Oh, sorry. Calculus, though. Let me tell you something about that. All right. So we'll do four topics, and we've got 2 minutes for that. Hopefully, we don't go over. Karim, the StudBudz did a 72-hour stream during WNBA All-Star Weekend. When are we doing that?
The next time you fucking come to Seattle, you're gonna do fucking Seattle proper. You're not just gonna hide away on Whidbey Island or wherever the fuck you were. We're gonna go live. I don't know that we'll be doing much on there, but we'll be on there. It's definitely not gonna be as eventful. But yeah. Joseph, the CEO of Astronomer, still don't know what that is, got caught cheating with their HR exec at a Coldplay concert and he resigned. Do you think Homeboy regrets being at that concert with his little side chick, or you think he's good?
First of all, never, I don't condone cheating ever. Like that's not in me. That's not like what I condone. Why are you doing this in public? He's not even like cheating, like sleeping with somebody else. They're like caked up, like dancing side to side, like white people at the club. Like, what are we doing, baby? Like, do I feel bad for him? Not at all. Now you just lost your career, you lost your wife, you lost everything for being a dumbass, bro. Stay faithful. I know he's unfaithful and it kills me inside to think that he's sleeping with some other. I was changing the Rihanna lyrics, didn't work out. We have a new Clipse and Tower of the Creator album. Corinne, have you gave any of those a gander? A
Uh,
listening ear?
did listen to the fucking Clips album. It is absolutely fucking fire. Ace and Trumpets. Can't remember a couple of the other ones, but that motherfucker's fire for real. Been holding out on us with the beats. Shit was crazy. Have not listened to the Tyler the Creator of the album yet, but I heard that he's taking shots at Drake, so I need to hop on it because
He is too?
I'm trying to be updated in the beef.
He loves clips. He loves clips.
All right. The WNBA warmed up with shirts that said "Pay us what you owe us." Do you think they made a statement? Did anybody hear it? Are people listening?
I mean, I think it's all over the place now. WNBA has blown up in popularity over the past couple years, and I was like watching a clip from Jamel Hill earlier where she was like speaking on like they make like I think it's the revenue of the league. They only make like 9%. You know how people complain about how little UFC fighters make? UFC fighters, and if I butcher this thing that Jamel Hill said, I'm sorry, but I'm doing the best of my ability. I think she said UFC fighters make 18% of revenue. WNBA makes 9%. So we already think UFC fighters don't make a lot. WNBA players make that much less. Girls not asking for the same amount of money as NBA players. They're just asking for a wage that doesn't have them getting paid like a 10th year teacher. Again, I keep taking shots at teachers. I used to teach. No, that's not what I'm saying. They're just one in a million. And literally in Texas, baby, it's easy to get that teaching credential. That wraps up quick news. Anybody can do it if you have a bachelor's degree. No offense to teachers. I mean, there's a lot of good teachers out there, but anybody can do it. They're desperate. All right. Now we're going to wrap up with our recommendations. This is where we give a minute to recommend a task, something to do, a show, a song, whatever the case may be. I will go first. I think it's my turn to go first. Um, I'm going to recommend two things, and they're both reality television because, I'm a dirtbag. So the first one I'm going to recommend is Bachelor in Paradise. There's a new season out. Like Love Island, I think there's too many episodes. Not as many as Love Island, but I'll probably never finish it because we've been trying to watch episode one for like 5 days. So, but it is entertaining. It's a little different than Love Island, but I enjoy it. And also, I started episode two of Quarterback, and that one seems to be really good too. So I would check that out.
I'm so dead at you recommending a show that you struggled to get past episode one on. Anyways,
It's not my
I'm going
fault.
to
I've seen it
recommend
before.
I'm recommending an old ass movie this week, but it's because I just watched it, The Town, 2010,
Ooh,
directed by Ben Affleck. Insane cast: Blake Lively, Jeremy fucking Renner, Rebecca Hall, and Ben himself. Amazing fucking movie. I put it off because I thought it was a mob movie, and I recently watched The Departed like a couple months ago for the first time, and I was like, holy fucking shit.
I was literally, you said this, so time out real quick. You said that, and I was literally like, I take away my previous recommendation. My recommendation, watching The Departed. I watched it on the plane. I hadn't seen it in years. Watched The Departed, all-star cast, great
Bro,
movie.
The
That's what I
Departed.
recommend. Take the other shit back. Like once you said,
So
when you said The Town, I automatically went to The Departed because I just watched it.
okay, so because I watched The Departed a couple months ago, The Town came up on one of my home pages, and forever, all of eternity, those two were always in the same conversation. And so, like when I watched The Departed, blown away, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, 1,000 out of 500, amazing fucking movie. And so then The Town came up, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this because everybody talks about these two in the exact same vein. So, did the ring light said, turn the lights on.
So I know, like the five of you that watch this are like, man, Joey's always got perfect lighting. He looks like he does. Like, man, he looks like he does his hair and makeup before, primarily the hair. No, it's this cheap ass ring light my wife bought, and now it's like I think because it's cheap, it's randomly just like changing colors in the middle of it. So it lasted almost the whole episode, but now I'm on like a different shade. of lighting, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully, I don't look super old because white people age like milk. That wraps up episode 20. We almost made the way through it without giving a shout out to Miss Lana, just turned off. But I will give a shout out to Miss Lana right here because she deserves a shout out to Miss Lana. I hope you watched and saw that I checked up on your daughter. She's doing okay. Um,
Texting me, by the way. But go ahead.
all right. But episode 20 is complete. And we appreciate people. And we've been talking about the number of listens and stuff. They're going up a little bit. So people who are new listeners, we have new subscribers. We don't have a lot of subscribers. We make fun of how many listeners we have. Got 9 subscribers now. So that means they actually subscribe, not just watch. So I appreciate y'all. It's the slow grind.
Yeah, we gonna that's what we here to do, fam.
I was gonna say it was the bumping grind, but I think it's the R. Kelly song, so never mind. It's not that. Not that far from that. Stay away from that. But you know what? When you're not doing the bumping grind, because you should never do that because it's the R. Kelly song, you should stay fly. We're out.